Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of nothing over $15. Originally I wanted to do nothing over $10, but it was a little difficult finding products that were $10 or less. Let's face it, drugstore makeup has just gotten really expensive throughout the years. It's reaching that high-end brand price tag, which is unfortunate, but I was able to find some really good products in my collection. Some of the products are even like $5-6, even maybe even $4. I'm not 100% sure, but I did get this beautiful look. I really love the way everything came out, and I'm really excited to share what products I used in today's video. Before we get into it, if you're new here, hi, my name is April. I hope you would consider subscribing to my channel, and if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into today's video. I'm going to start with my eyes. I already did my eyebrows. I used the L'Oreal Full Brow Pen. Just looks like this. I'm not sure of the color because it doesn't say on the actual component. I am going to speed this part up, but I'm going to let you guys watch. I normally do that for my eyes. Let me go ahead and tell you what I'm going to use though. I did want to use my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base, but originally this is $22. You can get it on a really good sale. I'm not sure if the sale is still on as this video goes up, but they are doing a sale for $12 on their products. They're celebrating their 12th year birthday, but like I said, you could get this most of the time for $11. But yeah, I'll let you guys know if the sale is still going on because they did extend it for 48 hours. But this I absolutely love. I use it all the time. I have it in the color Fair. That's the color I use, but I'm not going to use that today. I am going to use the Beauty Creations Neutral Eye Base Primer in the color Porcelain. This is $5. Technically you can't get this at a drugstore, but you can find this at your local mall sometimes. I know I've seen like little stands that sell Beauty Creation, as well as, since I live in Southern California and I think they're based out of Southern California, they do have a couple like of their actual stores inside a couple of the malls, so I have seen them around. But I am going to use this, and then I did pull out my NYX glitter glue primer just in case I need it. And then for eyeshadow, I did want to use the Beauty Creations single eyeshadows. Again, I think these are like $6 if I'm not mistaken. I do have 2 mattes, and then I pulled out 4 of the shimmers, so we will use these. And then I did also bring out the ColourPop Going Coconuts palette. I'm just going to use a couple of the matte shades in here. I'm going to use these 3 mattes, and then maybe this one. I'm not 100% sure. This is the old packaging. You can get this for around $14. I think I've seen it on sale for like $10.50, but I am going to incorporate that. And then for eyeliner, I'm not sure yet. I did pull out the Essence Stay and Play gel eyeliner in brown and like a nude color. And then I brought out ColourPop, like a brown shade as well. I forgot what this is called, but it just looks like this. So I don't know which one of these I'm going to use, but I did pull those out. And yeah, I think that is it. So let's go ahead and get an eye look going. Okay, eyes are almost done. I didn't end up doing the eyeliner in my waterline yet. I'm going to do that after my makeup is almost done. And then I also didn't do mascara. I'm going to use the Maybelline Bubble Colossal Bubble Mascara, whatever it's called. But I'll do those a little bit later. Let me tell you what I did to my eyes. So I didn't end up using the Beauty Creation matte, but I did use the shimmers. Right here, like most of it, and then in the inner corner. So for the one that you see that's mostly out here, I use the color Western Wonder. It's the darker of the two. Really like this color. And then I did use in the inner corner Shooting Stars, and like halfway maybe. Ooh, and it just looks like this. So I used those 2 shimmers. And then for mattes, I did just use the Going Coconuts from ColourPop. I ended up using these 3 shades, and then I added a little bit of this. Which ones are not in the right? I think These two are not supposed to be here, so just in case if you have this palette and it doesn't look the same, I did move it around just because I didn't want to get confused. I wasn't going to use this one, but it was the darkest for me for the outer corner, so I ended up using that in the outer corner. I use this to set my primer down, and then I use this as my all over my crease, and then I use this as my transition shade. I think that's what I did, but yeah, regardless, I did use these right here. And then I think that's it for my eyes, but this is the way it came out. I really like the way my eye look looks. So let's go ahead and move on to the face now. So for primer, I did pull out this EYEBROW makeup grip primer. Just looks like this. I love this stuff. This is one of my favorite gripping primers of all time. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put some of this on my face, mainly right here in my T-zone where I have problems with my makeup sticking, and then whatever's left I'll just put it everywhere else. But I love this primer so much. I feel like nobody really talks about this brand. They do have some really good products. You can find EYEBROW at Target, and for the most part their products are pretty affordable. Yes, they are a dupe brand, but I have found some really good products from them that are better than the original ones. So I'm gonna just put that on my skin, and then I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit. While that is sitting, let's talk about the foundation I'm gonna use today. Technically this is a skin tint, but it's like foundation coverage. That's what I want to say. This is from Maybelline, and this is the Superstay 24-hour skin tint. Just looks like this. I have mine in the color 118. Hopefully this is a good match for me. I don't like the applicator. It's one of these stupid dropper thing. This, like I said, it is not so much a skin tint. It does have some coverage to it, but I like that. I don't really like a skin tint anyways, and I like to have a medium buildable coverage product on my skin, so I feel like this gives it to me. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a brush, and then if I need to I will go in with a sponge. So let's go ahead and put this on my skin. Hopefully I don't get this on my shirt. Actually, I'm just gonna put it on the brush. I'm just gonna go like this because I don't want to get the shirt dirty. It is my St. Patrick's Day shirt, and I don't have any other shirt that's green. So this is getting a little tacky now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on my skin. Yeah, it might be a little bit too dark, but that's okay. Actually, no, that works. That works. My face is lighter than my body, so that's probably why it's throwing me off, but that's normal. So this looks really, really pretty. I love the way it looks. I like the coverage. Just really, really pretty. And then I think I am going to build it a little bit more right here in my cheeks, because that is where I have the most redness, and I don't think I need to go in with the sponge. But that is what it's looking like. It's just on my everywhere except for my forehead and a little bit on my nose, but that is what it looks like with the product. And it does have a little bit of glow, but I don't mind that. I'm gonna powder it anyways, and then without. And my skin is looking already glowy from my skincare, so that's probably another reason why it's more glowy than usual. But yeah, I really do like this skin tint, I guess. Okay, I lied a little. I did end up going with the sponge. So what I did was, all I did was I added a little bit more foundation to my nose and then my forehead, obviously, because I didn't have no product there. And then I just got the sponge with no additional product and just like blended it out, and that worked perfectly. So I feel like I like it better now. So yeah, that's what I did, but I did want to let you guys know I ended up using the sponge. So for concealer, I do want to use a color corrector. I did pull out this Morphe. This is the Wake Up Artist Under Eye Correcting Concealer in the shade Blossom 01. It just looks like this. I just want a little bit because the concealer that we're going to use, it has the coverage, but I want a little bit more coverage. I am going to use the Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken Caffeine Plus Vitamin C 24-hour 5-in-1 concealer. That was a tongue twister. This is in 005 Fair. Just looks like this. Now, I feel like not enough people talk about this product. I really do like this concealer. I have a feeling they're going to discontinue it because I've seen a lot of these concealers at my local store, and like I said, not enough people talk about it, so I feel like they're gonna get rid of it. I hope they don't. It used to come, well, mine's came with a like a sponge at the tip, like a ball sponge. I took that off just because I didn't care for it, and it was easier just to do it that way. So let me go ahead and put on this color corrector. I'm just gonna put a little bit in the inner corner just because that's where I have my darkness, and I want to get rid of that a little bit. Just like that. Now I'm going to put some of the concealer in the back of my hand. If I could get it out. I'm trying to finish this up just a little bit, and then I'm going to probably just blend it with my finger, dot it on, and then use the brush to put it, the rest of it. I'm not going to use a whole lot though. Before we put on powder, I do have a liquid bronzer I want to use. Technically, this isn't a liquid bronzer, but I did get the dark shade to use it as a liquid bronzer. I'm talking about e.l.f. and this is the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I have so many of these in my collection. I do have this one in shade 6 Tan Deep, and like I said, I do use this as a bronzer. I use this more as a glowy bronzer, and I absolutely love it. These are getting pretty old. I'm gonna have to probably repurchase these, but if I break out, I know what it's from. But I'm gonna use it today, and all I like to do is I like to just draw it on my skin. Yeah, it kind of smells though. Yeah. I like to draw this on my skin and then blend it with a brush. So let's go ahead and just, oops, I'm gonna try not to put too much. I'm gonna start like in the perimeters first and then blend it out just like that. And then I'll go ahead and I'll get a brush. I'm gonna use this Makeup by Mario F4 brush. I'm gonna use the bigger side of it, and I'm gonna start with the forehead, and I'm just gonna blend this out. Now it does look a little red, and I did put a little too much, but don't worry, since we don't have powder on, I'll go ahead and I'll fix it. I don't remember it looking this red, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Oh man. So it's a good thing maybe it's time to get rid of this and maybe get a lighter color. Maybe I got this when I was more tan, but don't worry, we'll fix it. We'll go over it in a little bit. Actually, let me just do that right now. I'm gonna get the butt of my sponge and I'm just going to blend it a little bit so that way it doesn't look too harsh. Yeah, see? Oh, that looks nice. I like it. Okay. Whew. I'm telling you, it's been a minute since I used this, but I remember really, really loving it. And then let's go ahead and do the cheeks. On the cheeks, it isn't so bad with the color. Yeah, that looks really nice. I like it. It might be a little bit too dark, but we were able to fix it, and I'm glad I didn't go with any more. I might have went in with too much on this side. But we don't have no powder on yet, so I'll be able to fix it. I'll just get my foundation brush and fix that little piece. Oh, but I like that. That looks really pretty. I like it. I don't care what anybody says. Let me just, yeah, see, I could just fix it like that with the foundation brush. Let me do this side. And then, like I said, go over it with the butt of the sponge. And ta-da. I like that. That looks really, really nice. So I'm definitely going to have to repurchase the ones I have in my collection. And then whatever I have left on the brush, I'm just going to bring it down here. I'm not going to get any additional product. Now for powder, I am going to use these Beauty. These are the Miracle Flawless Pressed Powders. I have two shades. I have it in the color Translucent, which is a white. I already have this underneath my eyes because I needed to clean up the under eye a little bit. So I have this a little bit underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to put the rest of this color on my face, which is Natural Medium. This is a little bit too dark for underneath the eyes, so that is why I went back and got this color so I could just use it underneath my eyes and this on the rest of my face. So I'm going to use this on my face. I absolutely love these. I think these are better than the Charlotte Tilbury ones. In my opinion, I just like these more. It's less heavy on my skin and I really enjoy these. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to get a big fluffy brush. I'm going to use this one and I'm just going to get the powder because I don't want too much powder, so that's why I want to use a pretty fluffy brush and then get the product like that. Even blow it a little bit because that still might be too much. And then I'm just going to go around my face first and then whatever is left on top of the bronzer, the liquid bronzer that we used. And then I'm going to get a little bit more because I need a little bit more coverage on my nose and the center of my face. But yeah, that is what it's looking like. I absolutely love this powder so much. Highly recommend getting this. But that is what the skin is looking like so far. I really do like the way everything looks. Time for some powder bronzer. Yeah, powder bronzer. I technically don't need any bronzer, but I'll go ahead and add just a little bit of this bronzer, and then because I do want to talk to you guys about it because I really do like it. Again, I'm not sure if they're discontinuing this, but I really do like it, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about it. This one is from Milani, and this is the Sun Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in 03 Suntan. And it just looks like this. I wanted to pull this out and use it today. So I'm going to go ahead and get a bronzer brush, and I'm just going to use just a little bit just so I can show you guys what it looks like on the face. I'm going to try to just keep it back here a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy. I will blend this out, so don't worry about that. But I like bronzer. Bronzer is like one of my favorite things to use on my face, or one of my favorite makeup things. And then just a little bit right here. And bring it up. Voila. Okay, that looks really good. And then I'm just gonna get a brush like this and just blend everything out. For blush, I do want to give these a quick shout out real quick. I'm not going to use them today, but I do want to mention them. These are from Beauty, and these are the Glow Up PH Powder Blush. I have it in the color Blush Red, which is my favorite color. It just looks like this. And then the pink one is in Rosy Pink, and it just looks like this. I haven't really used this one that much, but this one is my favorite. It says it's pH, but I don't find that they change colors on my skin anyway. These are really pretty blushes. I really do like them a lot. Now the blush that I am going to use today, this one is from Wet n Wild, and this is the Color Icon blush in the color Naked Brown. I absolutely love this color. This blush I think is under $5 if I'm not mistaken. This is a really pretty brush. If you can find this one, I highly recommend picking it up. It is kind of hard to find, but I love it. So let me go ahead and get a brush. I'm just gonna get some of the product and tap the excess off and then put it on. Oh, look at that. How pretty does that look? It's almost like a terracotta, but not quite. And then I'm just gonna get my brush right here and just blend it out a little bit so it's not too much. I like a lot of blush. Blush is like one of the first things to go anyways, but oh, doesn't that look so pretty? And then whatever's on the brush, I'm just gonna go on the bridge of my nose like that. And then get this brush and just kind of dab it a little bit. Before we go in with highlighter, I do want to set my face. Again, I want to give this one a quick shout out. This one, again, is from Beauty, and this is the Miracle Flawless Setting Spray. Instantly sets makeup, no melting, no fading, no creasing. I absolutely love this setting spray. I don't love this as much as I love my Charlotte Tilbury one, I feel like it's almost equally as good. So if you've been wanting to try this Charlotte Tilbury one, but it's a little bit too expensive, I do recommend this one. I really do like this one a lot. I'm not going to use it today because I want to use this one because I haven't used it in a while. This one is from LA Girl, and this is the Pro Perfect Oil Control Multitasking Setting Spray. It says it's a matte finish. I don't think it's really that matte, but it is really nice on the face. I really do like it, but like I said, it's been a minute since I've used this, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray my face with this one. I had to just give it a good spray because it wasn't coming out. So let me spray my face. I'm gonna let this sit a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead, take this time to put on some mascara and then do my waterline, and then we'll put the highlighter and lips, and then we will be all done. I'll be right back. Okay guys, before we finish this video with highlighter and lips, let me tell you what I did off camera. I ended up using this Essence Stay and Play gel eyeliner in the color Silky Nude. It just looks like this. I was gonna do a brown, but I felt like it was too much brown and I wanted my eyes to pop a little bit more, so I ended up using this one. And then for my inner corner and brow bone, I did go in with the highlighter that we're gonna use on my face, but it was a little bit too dark for that, so I ended up putting this Beauty Creations single eyeshadow in Oh Hey, and it worked really good. So that is on my inner corner and brow bone. And then I did end up going and doing my lip liner off camera just because I feel like that's a little bit boring, and to save some time I did go in with this Maybelline lip liner in the color On It. Just looks like this. It's a really pretty color. I absolutely love these lip liners. I have quite a few in my collection, but yeah, like that. So now let's go ahead and put on highlighter real quick. I am going to put this e.l.f. This is the Halo Glow Silky Powder Highlighter in Prosecco Poppin'. It just looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of that. Go ahead. I am looking kind of dewy, but it's because it's so hot now. When I started, it wasn't that hot, and now it's getting hot outside, so I need to hurry this video up. So that is the highlighter looks like. That is really, really pretty. I am going to add just a little bit of powder in the center of my face, but I'm going to do that off camera. And then put it here. I don't know if I put it up here already. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, these baby hairs are getting in my way. But look at how pretty that looks. I love these highlighters from e.l.f. And then boom, just like that. I'm just gonna get this brush and just go over it a little bit. Just make sure everything looks good, nice and blended. Oh yeah, that looks super, super pretty. Okay, so for lips, the only thing I'm gonna put now is I'm gonna use again this e.l.f. This is the Glow Reviver lipstick. I have it in the color Rose Latte. I actually have a couple of these in my collection. That is what it looks like, but I felt like this one would look the best with this eye look. I was gonna try to use red, but I felt like it was too much, so let's go ahead and put this on. And that is what it looks like. I feel like with the darker lip liner, it kind of goes good. I might have to change the lip color later, but these don't last a whole lot of time, so I'm not too worried about it. I'll just change it later on. But yeah, guys, this is the final look. What do we think? I really like this look. For the products being $15 and under, it looks really good. I feel like this could be high-end makeup. I'd be interested to see what my husband thinks. I'm gonna ask him when he comes home and be like, what do you think this is, drugstore or high-end makeup? And then I'll leave his answer down in a pinned comment. But yeah, this turned out so good. Absolutely love everything. I will have all the products that I used in today's video listed in the description box in case you want to check anything out. But that is my video today, you guys. Let me give you one last reminder. If you're not already subscribed, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.